One of the city's biggest attractions, Allegiant Stadium, opened back in 2020. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the London Monarchs taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Here we go. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throw right side. Line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now to punt this one away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is fielded at the 7. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Jacobs, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration.
Oh, his first throw of the season is intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Here's Campbell. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Ask them to hold their blocks when a runner is struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard, that will be one of this game's biggest stops.
Looking to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his...
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And he's got this one complete to Stewart. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 10-yard line.
Come on, 2nd and 2. First down marker at the 8. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Off the option, that's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Monarchs are on the board first here in Vegas. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. And incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's London with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Monarchs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Here's Jacobs from the gun. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They're going to look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Josh McDaniels going to take a risk here. They will go for it on 4th down. They'll drop to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on fourth down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on fourth down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
Go. Ready?
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Back to throw. That ball caught by Campbell. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
Ready.
And they'll try to run the option here. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team, because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one, because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Slide 2. Red, cycle. Cut.
On play action, they'll throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. They'll look to throw here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 26. They're going to hurry back to the line now. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 7 yards there and a first down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Set, ready. Field, black. Cut.
They'll set up a throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Monarchs will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram.
He's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaughan. And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs.
And this is going to be a Raiders first down as good running gets them to about the 44.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Flushed out right. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 6.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Ready?
They'll start the drive here with an end around. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. And they're going to speed things up here.
Right, 97. Black shot.
2nd and 5. Blitz coming, and down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. This defense coming out after the half, and if that play is any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Campbell. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Complete to Stewart, right side. And some room to roam now. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Hook up a 15 yards there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
White. Blue stripe.
They'll set up to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Monarchs are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now they go end around with Adams. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That really sets them back. A loss of 6. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. He'll look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now,
into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Carlson now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And the offense moving quickly to the line.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
You, yellow. Claws red. Ready?
Here's a 2nd and 7. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first. A good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That would be.
There he goes, right side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. From 13 yards out. And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game here in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining.
Ready.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has. Percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. This is taken at the 18. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. They'll look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
But how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
He's back to throw. It's caught by Davis. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Back to throw. A short throw to Ingram.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
They come up now on 2nd and 2.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And a short gain here down to the 22.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now.
Once again, it's Jacobs.
And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with an extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempting to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one.
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's second down.
Ready.
They'll run with a big man, Campbell. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So conditioning going to be a factor here. Who can hold up to the test? It's overtime here in week 1. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Charles, you think back to halftime, they had the big lead. They were in control of this game. They lost that lead. But ultimately right now, with the ball in overtime, a chance to win this thing.
And you know each guy's telling his teammate, just let it go. Don't worry about it. We're starting fresh right here. What happened before does not matter. What happens right now and going forward, that's what matters. Let's find a way to win this game.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's for an opener. You can't ask for much more than this overtime in week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into...
He's got a man complete.
There he goes again.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
A couple more minutes and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different. But ultimately time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short. And they hold on to win this by just 1 possession.
Not the fourth quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be.